Oh my goodness, why is this thing not loading? All right. What we're going to do first is I'm going to walk slowly through the course, and then I'll go through it fast. Most time I do it the other way around. I think this way will actually be more efficient. But I'm doing this on the 1.4. Uh, I may have some slight changes to it, but here it is. Stock shocks. Just didn't see any real gain. I probably could make. Oh, I might need to share the live stream. That might help. Okay. Now we're good. Okay. This is set up. I went the 919 gear. Just felt better. Um, there's tire pressures I found. The rears were building way too fast compared to the front, so to help balance that out, I just added a half pound. Alright. But this is gonna be the setup that I'm gonna at least test with. So obviously everybody knows pit road terrible in this car, but so first things first, that right there is actually going to be back up.
You're going the wrong way. You've been disqualified for reckless driving.
Are you being for real? Okay. So when I'm coming off the first little bit, the first thing I'm looking at braking right in here is right here. This just past that line. As soon as I get past that line, I'm on the brakes. Um, and we'll come in here. This is the same turn, kinda. Um, the the International Horseshoe is not inverted banking. What's the off camber? Why is it inverted? It has just a little bit of just a little bit of banking to it. However, the Western or is this the Western is off camber. Um, Especially if you get anywhere off course. It is off camber down here. This is a spot in the track where here coming back up onto the oval, if you get too wide and you get out in the marbles, or it's also off camber, but it's also just bumpy enough to where it's real easy to lose. Um, and then this section right here, I'm just going to mute my game right now. It's very straightforward. You're going to look for the numbers, look for the 3, start hitting the brakes. Start hitting the brakes. Listen to them RPMs. Start getting ready to match. Normally, I get down to, I think, second gear here. And since they have the turtles, you're going to want to avoid them at all costs. Same thing over through here, but you're going to be looking for the Daytona sign. Or the Daytona logo. When you start seeing that, you know, okay, I get ready on the brakes. I'm going to stay out wide. You're going to come in. And you want to make this as straight as possible, kind of like I did there. And then getting up. All right, so first lap. So see that sign? There's a sign. Dadgummit. There's a sign back here. You can see it right here. That sign right there is when I'm looking at braking. Okay, I'm looking at when I see that sign kind of getting up and I'm starting to approach and I can see it clear. I'm starting to lift, starting to brake. And you don't want to get too wide here, but you want to come off and you want to stay real narrow. Kind of up through here. Again, this is just how I like to take the track. Obviously, there's people faster. Right here, when I get to right here, right past that line, that is when I am looking at braking for this corner. Looking at braking, I'm just going to stay as close in. I don't want to wrap it. I want to come right out here to this part over here. I'm going to keep the car as straight as possible. And then I'm going to hit that little yellow strip, kind of lift just a touch. And I'll stay to this left a little bit. And then right there, that black strip, is when I want to lift. Same thing. With it being off camber, you want to stay as close to this rumble strip on the inside as possible. Come out wide. You don't want to hit it. You just want to come to it. And then right as you hit the little break in between the concrete and the asphalt right there, that's when you want to brake for this corner. And you're going to come out and stay wide. Like I said, this part right here can get very slick. And then just wide open. Next thing you're looking for is that 3 on the outside wall. 3, looking for 3, boom. 3. And you want to keep that bus stop as straight as possible. I got in a little too late, but now we're looking for the Daytona sign. All right, I see the Daytona sign. We'll start edging up and lift. Matching. Staying as straight as possible. Now I'm gonna go one full quick lap. Look for the sign. All right, there I see it. Now I'm looking for the dotted lines. Come on. Staying as inside as much as possible. Go straight. On exit. All right, there's the roll strips. We'll get ready to lift. Black strip. Starting the new section. A little bit too heavy on the rear brakes. I'm looking for the strip in between the concrete and asphalt right there. And I'm too wide right here. You do not want to hit them rumble strips right there. Looking for the 3. Too hot and heavy in there. Just way too hot getting in there. You want to make that entrance as straight as possible. Daytona sign. Get it rolled up. Let's make this as straight as possible. Go one more. There's our sign to the left.
Hit the fastest lap.
Strips. You want to stay right within that racing groove of where everybody's laid the black rubber down. That's where you want to stay. And 3. Now going up here, this Daytona side, I'm going to push it just a little bit further. I'm going to go all the way to that 7 this time. And there's my 7.
You just hit the fastest lap.
hope to be able to hit this bus stop. This bus stop can make or break your lap. Straight. Them rumble strips weren't there, it'd be a whole lot easier, but you won't be able to miss them rumble strips. You can see just what missing them rumble strips does for you right there.
You just hit the fastest lap.
So that's a quick lap. We will go back. I'll go back to the cockpit just to show where I'm looking. So half speed, still full throttle. I can see it, boom, just get past it. If I get just past it, and I'm looking at heavy on the brakes, but I'm trying to keep it as narrow and straight. I don't want to get out here, but I don't want to be in here. I want to stay right here where this rubber has been laid down on 100% track state. I want to get right here and turn towards that tire and just go like this. You can see full throttle. But as soon as you cut through the S's, it's okay to go 80%, 50%. And you don't have to be in second. Put it in third. You don't want wheel spin coming up over here because the car is going from, let me see if I can put it in chase mode. Because you're coming from here, it waits over here, and then all of a sudden now you're shifting back here, and now it's back over here. And then you're trying to get it even back up to go back and get it straight. Because if you brake with any sort of extra weight, one way or another, with the road car, you can forget the corner being good, especially up into the point of center. Um, it's all about braking straight, braking straight. And you can see the second I start putting any sort of wheel into it, let's watch this right here. I start letting off the brake because you have to brake with the car straight and centered. You can see here, this time this was the only lap that I did not lift fully. Once your tires are kind of up to temp, you don't have to lift at this rumble strip. You can look how far I can go. All the way. Let's go half speed. Oop. So about where that little drive is. Just able to keep just a little bit of throttle. And then right here is where I brake. This is the best point of braking. Is this little strip right here. You get in your cockpit from right here. Let's look exactly which one's the frames. Boom. It is what I would assume to be right underneath my nose. If we go out, obviously the chopper is not going to be underneath my nose, but it's just past my peripheral. If we go back hit the wrong button. Still got gas. Let's go to the next frame. Still got gas. Still got gas. Boom. It just barely gets up out of this outer edge gets out of my view, and we're already on the brake. Wheel straight. Wheel straight. staying right here to this inside. Go as straight as can be. And then right here, I'm looking at this 100 marker. So I'm going based off halfway in between this 100 and 250 marker, which I'm assuming is going to be right in here, which actually may not even be true. It just looks that way because of how far out the markers are. Look at the brakes right there. Ah, that is about halfway. Staying right here in this rubber. You don't want to get too wide. You don't want to be too shallow. And then if there's somebody up in front of you, just do whatever you can to draft on them. Get any sort of draft. And this one, I'm actually going to push it just a little past the 3 marker. Look, so I'm already past the 3 marker, but I'm about to pay for it. And I'll show you how and why I paid for it. Well, I paid for it. Why I paid for it is because I pushed it way past the 3. So if we go past to the chase, so here's the 3. So let's go back up. All right, so now we're starting to pick up brake. Now we're really picking up brake. So we're a good 3 car lengths past the 3 marker, and the 2 marker is right here. Um, and then you get your entrance right here. So we'll play it 8th speed. Actually, no, we'll go back. We'll play quarter speed. So right here, see, I'm having to turn and brake. That's not good. This gets me off right here. And you can see I'm picking up a little bit of grass. But I'm pointed and got the car rotated around, the back end's around over here, and it's pushing me out. And you can see I just barely clipped that turtle because I'm trying to throttle up. And if I push this an extra car length, even a half car length on the brakes, I'm in this turtle over here, or I'm so slowed up to where I'm now getting passed on exit or getting ran over even. So it's so crucial to be. I'd rather be just a little slow on entry than be slow on exit because these straightaways are just so long. You need to have as much momentum and as much throttle from the center off on this back half of the course than anything. All right, so I see my Daytona sign, and I see the 7. Now I know me from the laps. I can go just to this 7, but that's as far as I can go, me personally. If I go any further, I start doing exactly what I'm doing here with the wheel. And I'm having to saw it back and forth because you're coming up off the banking and the car's wanting to load around. And it's wanting to load and your front end's wanting to steer on you way more than you want it to. And then you start having to downshift a lot more. But the exit of this chicane is about as, and it can be done better. But this is a very good example of what needs to be done in the chicane. Just come in, get as close to this and as straight as this as possible. These markers or this rubber is a great example. So there's just a little rotation in the car. We're down to first gear. We're staying to this outer edge because we're wanting to cut in earlier so we can hit here later. So we're hitting here on the back half of this turtle. And look, we're already throttled up. No. Throttled up, throttled up, throttled up. And we're just That's about as good as you can get. So that's a walkthrough. Hopefully it helps. It. I wish I could have figured out something with the setup because I feel like the setup is still missing something. Whether it be, I don't know if it just needs more straightaway speed, better braking. I'm not sure. Like I said, here's the tire pressures. You can see here's the hot temps just from that last run. You can see fronts are building just a little more on that run. Um, Cross weight probably needs to be right at 50 because there's a lot of right-handed turns in this, and not so much left-handed, but there's two. Yeah, there's two really big left-handers that count. This one over here, getting onto was that turn 7, um, and this one right here getting into the infield. But that's the setup. I have just a little bit more camber on the right sides to help with the banking. Um, I may have it backwards. I probably need to have more camber on the insides to help with the infield section. But I know that would make you a lot looser in turn 7 and turn 1. So, but anyway, that's it. Hope it helps.